So the more money you make, the more the IRS will take. There are many tax changes coming, and they do not just impact the wealthy. They're going to impact people who work every day on regular jobs, just like you. Yes, you are going to be impacted. The 2018 overhaul of the tax code already took away many of the deductions that regular people get. Most people get about 7 or 8 tax deductions that you get to write off on Schedule A of your tax return. If you have mortgage interest, real estate taxes, donations to charity, church, and things like that. But business owners, self-employed business owners, get well over 400 tax deductions. We get tax deductions for almost everything we do. For example, when I go out to eat, it's always a business meal, so it's a tax write-off. When I drive to the place to go eat, that's a business trip. So I get to write off the mileage and or the gasoline, oil changes, and all of those things. When I take a trip, it is a business trip. So I get to discuss business with my business partners and colleagues or people who I'm interested in doing business with. And then I get to enjoy myself for the remaining amount of the time that I'm there on that business trip. When I took my kids to Disney World, on our big family vacation, it was a business trip. I went to go speak at a national convention, and my children, who also work in my home-based business, helped at the convention. They set up my books, they sold things, they collected money. I mean, they really ran the business. Now, they did not know it was a business trip. From their perspective, they were having a great time, but I knew it was a business trip because I got to write off all of the entertainment. Now, that was back in the day. You can no longer write off entertainment, but I have some tips for you to get around that. So when we went to Magic Kingdom, Animal Kingdom, Epcot Center, all of those things, all of that was a tax write-off for me at that particular time. The hotel was a tax write-off. My meals were a tax write-off. The transportation to and from, we drove. Oh my God, it was a road trip from heaven. Yes. All of that was a tax write-off, right? And we got to have fun and create some beautiful memories as a family. So I have been saying this forever and ever and ever. I feel like Noah telling everybody it was going to rain, and folks were looking at him like he was crazy, but those animals got on that boat. Now, I know you are smarter than an animal, so I want you to get on the boat to owning your own business. I want you to start your business. We are approaching a new year. It is a new year for you, a new you in 2022. And so I want everything about you to be refreshed, renewed, rejuvenated, restored, and reignited, right? So there's something that you can do. I know it because I know that you are great. There is something that you have in you that you can monetize. I know it because you are great. There is a dream, a passion, a drive. You have something. Everybody has something. Nobody has everything, but everybody has something. So I'm going to tell you to do the best you can where you are with what you have right now. And I want you to get on board and start your business. Now, let me tell you some of the things that you can do when you have a business. So your children are expensive. They need school clothes, school supplies. They need, ballet lessons and piano classes. And you put them in football and you buy them Christmas toys and birthday presents. And I mean, just all kinds of things. But did you know your child can work in your home-based business? You can pay each child up to $12,500 a year. The $12,500 that you pay the child is tax-free to your child, and it's a tax write-off to you. If you're not doing this, you are missing the major component of the money game. And the IRS says you can do this. It is legal, it is ethical, and the IRS has explicitly given you permission to do this. In IRS Publication 15, I believe it's on page 15 or page 13. I forget which one. I've been saying this for so long. So that you can hire your children, and it's tax-free to you and it's tax-free to them. Now, you might be thinking, where am I going to get $12,500? You don't have to pay them that much. You can pay them whatever you are already expensing or whatever you were already spending. So if you were spending $250 a week on daycare, well, there you go. There's the $12,000 a month right there. I mean, a year right there. Okay. So you can pay your child to work in your home-based business. What if you don't have any children? You can hire your niece, your nephew, your grandmother, your granddaughter, your grandfather, your mother, your uncle. You can hire anybody. My recommendation is that you hire the people that you are already providing care for. Okay. That's my recommendation. So if Grandma B was still alive, I would hire her. I would pay her a salary, or I would hire her as an independent contractor, and I would pay her to coach people. I would do that because she was the wisest woman ever. And so any of my friends that ever have an issue or a problem or a family member, we would talk to her anyway. So I'm just going to hire her, okay, to do that. I'm going to pay her enough money for me to write off, and I'm not going to exceed the amount that she can earn with her Social Security and whatever else she has. So I'm going to pay her that amount. And then when I'm going to go buy things for her or whatever, then she's going to use that money that I just paid her. Now it's a tax write-off. Everybody wins. She doesn't pay any taxes on the money because we kept it below the taxable limit for her in her circumstances. Do you get what I'm saying? Let me tell y'all, this is all about strategy. So inflation has hit us. We are in uncertain times. We are in the middle of a supply chain shortage. A supply chain shortage. That's called a famine. And since the beginning of time, God has blessed his people during famines, right? So you do not have to be subject to a famine. As a matter of fact, we are going to say the things that we are. We are going to say the things that we proclaim. We're going to say the things that we profess, because the universe does not hear no, not, don't. So if you say, I don't want to struggle, then what the universe hears is, I struggle. That's not what you want. And when I say universe, I am not talking about the replacement of God. God is God all by himself. When I refer to the universe, I am referring to the energy force, because we do live in a world with an energy force, and what you put out there comes back to you. So you are going to declare that I am wealthy. I am healthy. I have abundance. I have a business. I have a successful business. I am creating generational wealth. I am creating a legacy. I am pressing forward. I am moving towards my goals. My goals have manifested. Thank you, God, for everything you are doing for me. Those are the things that you're going to say. And in this new you that's going to manifest in 22 and beyond, you are going to achieve things that you never, ever, ever thought possible. I know it. And what I want you to do is I want you to get in school. I want you to get connected with people who are going to help you get where you are trying to go. Now, there are a whole lot of places out there you can go. You can always join me at asklynn.org so we can develop a strategy for you. You may want to buy a home. You may want to own an investment property. It may be time for your second home. Perhaps you're simply trying to plan for retirement, or you're trying to get out of debt. You're thinking about bankruptcy. Bankruptcy is not the end of the world. You're trying to figure out what's best for you. Well, guess what? I have a whole university that can help you with everything from your money to your man to your mind, and probably even your midsection. Okay, so I am just excited about this season for you. I am excited about all that is to come. I'm excited about all that's already here. I'm thankful for everything that we've been through, where we are right now, and I'm so thankful for where we're going. I'm thankful for where you are going. This is the harvest season. The harvest is here. The time is now. It is your season to thrive. It is your season to strive. It is your season to live beyond 2020, and it is your season to proclaim everything you've ever wanted. I want you to speak what you seek until you see what you say. I want you to declare the things that you believe for yourself and about yourself. And when you don't feel like going anymore, I want you to dust yourself off and I want you to get back up. Reach out to me, somebody, anybody, and say, hey, help me get back up. You'll have a helping hand. I promise you. Go to AskLynn.org.